On Saturday, September 26th, Arch Creek Park in North Miami celebrated National Public Lands Day, a day of service observed across the country with a mission to spruce up public lands. Volunteers helped mulch and line trails, removed invasive plants, and enjoyed getting back to nature. At Arch Creek Park, the day included a tour of the park led by Dr. Michele Williams, Director of the Southeast Regional Center of the Florida Public Archaeology Network.
Arch Creek is a Miami-Dade park that has a variety of archaeological resources, including Tequesta Mound and Midden. This is the old Dixie Highway, which had been a military trail prior, and it's also probably a Native American trail. Arch Creek itself, which is behind over there, was a historic tourist track.
The bridge over Arch Creek today is a replica of the original natural limestone bridge, which was said to have been one of the greatest natural wonders of South Florida. But the bridge mysteriously collapsed in 1973, just one day after the property was purchased to become a park. After a walk through the museum, which displays artifacts dating from 500 BC to the 1950s, it was time to hit the trails with Dr. Williams in search of a Tequesta Indian mound. There are many ideas about what mounds in South Florida may have been used for, such as burials, foundations for houses, and symbols of power.
One of my favorite things about mounds that archaeologists think they were used for was to prove that we had enough power to make people build mounds. Isn't that a good one? So it was a marker of power, just like people build great big giant office buildings that we don't really need. But by crackety, we build them because it makes people think we've got the power to build a big office building. And these mounds, depending on where they are, sometimes they're made out of soil, and a lot of them are actually made out of discarded oyster shells. And the story had always been that these oyster shells, they'd eat the oysters and just throw them away. But when you excavate one of the mounds, you'll see that some of the shells they ground up so that it was more stable. Some of the shells they put on the outside to make a different shape. This was on purpose for a variety of reasons. It's also possible that if there were burials, they might have been buried in the top 20 feet and are now underneath Dixie Highway. There's a couple of other good mounds you can see in this area. If you go up to Pompano, I know someone's done a very nice video recently of the Pompano Indian Mound that can be accessed through our website. And there's another really beautiful mound up at Jupiter Inlet, which is underneath. It's this historic house called the Du Bois House. And lo and behold, the house is not on a hill, it's actually on a giant midden that was put there as a marker midden.
If you'd like to learn more about events like this one, or about the publicly accessible archaeology sites in Florida, go to www.flpublicarchaeology.org.